Welcome to Shake, Sip, Spill. We're here at 78 Rockaway Avenue in Brooklyn, New York, outside of Inktastic Tattoo Shop. Our guest works here, Zero Cool, a fellow Aquarius, a professional tattoo artist for a decade now, and he also enjoys music, photography, videography. Originally from Florida, but living here in Brooklyn for some years now. My guy is the perfect example of a jack of all trades. And his favorite cocktail is a Negroni. So let's go inside and let's get it started. So today our guest fancies himself a Negroni. Now the good thing about a Negroni, other than the fact that it tastes like shit and apparently people enjoy it, listen, is that it's equal parts. So it's very easy to make. You're gonna need Campari, gin, and sweet vermouth. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of a classic Negroni, and my guest is open to trying the strawberry riff that I've tried and absolutely enjoy. So we are also going to add in a strawberry syrup, not a puree. Must be a syrup. You're gonna need an orange for your garnish, a bar spoon, a jigger for those who need it. This large portion is 2 ounces, 1 ounce. And you're going to need a fruit peeler. So equal parts. 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce. Now today I'm going to do 2 ounces of gin because I'm trying to get right. But classically, 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce. Today I'm working with what I have, and I have one large chunk of ice. And ideally you want a large ice cube, spear, block, doesn't matter. And then I also have a few pieces, which I will put for my cocktail because I'm not a snob and I don't really care. You want to start off with the least expensive ingredients first, which are going to be your liqueurs. Sweet vermouth, we're going to do 1 ounce. That's a 4 count. 1 ounce for those who can't, 4 count for those who can. Now, normally you'd want to put your ice in after you've made your drink, but this is a spirit forward cocktail, so you do want that ice to start diluting immediately if you can. Moving into Campari, which is a bitter sort of orange Italian aperitif. It's like a rougher cousin of Aperol. And then I'm going in, like I said, with 2 ounces of gin. I'm going for a stronger cocktail. But for those who want to sip nicely, stick with 1 ounce. Now that's an 8 count for those. Going in with a little bit of strawberry syrup, I want to say maybe about half an ounce. And we're going to stir in the glass. A Negroni is a cocktail you can build in the glass. It's gin forward, spirit forward, like an old fashioned. So you don't have to shake this. And you also don't have to do it in a mixing glass. Again, I'm no snob. You can build this sort of cocktail in a glass. All right. Now we're going to garnish. Orange pairs very well with anything like Aperol or Campari because they're already orange flavor. You want to give this a nice spin around the block to release some oils. You smell and taste your cocktail. It's not just what you're tasting, you smell it, you enjoy it, you experience it. And this helps you do that. And that, my friends, is a strawberry Negroni. Welcome to Shake, Sip, Spill, where we talk cultures and cocktails. And today we have Zero Cool.
Bomba clock.
Now, before we even get into the questions, my guy loves himself a Negroni.
Absolutely.
And while I'm not the biggest Negroni fan, I have had this strawberry riff that was phenomenal. And I'm trying to introduce it to my friend today, and I hope he enjoys it. So let's give it
A little clink clink. Let's see what we got
and let's
going on
see.
here.
I mean,
You know what this tastes like? I don't know, like, and this isn't to downplay anything. Actually, this is it feels like home. So let me tell you this. Growing up in the hood, you know you had them Sunnydale juices. And remember the fruit punch Sunnydale juice? I don't know if y'all ever had the chance to spike it, but if you got a chance to spike it took me back in the days.
I'll accept it. That's
Like
acceptable.
that's that's really
We love nostalgia,
mm-hmm.
and he doesn't hate it.
I
And
like this actually.
honestly, Negronis are one of those like kind of stush drinks that are either they're gonna love it or they're gonna hate it. And I appreciate you being open to trying the riff.
This is nice though.
It's not bad.
I definitely would do this again if I seen it on the menu somewhere. I definitely grab one just because I'd be interested in what it tastes like.
The strawberry and the
Mm-hmm.
orange work so well together.
Absolutely.
And as long as you use a syrup, it doesn't mess with the consistency of the drink. Um, it plays very well with the sweet vermouth, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And gin is just the superior spirit. So,
Mm.
I mean,
Good stuff. Good
all
stuff.
right. So
Mm. I'm gonna need like 7 more of these. I'm not even gonna lie. This is really good.
we have more
Like I can drink like 7 more of these. No cap.
as we imbibe. Let's learn more about you.
Mm, 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 mm.
You've done so many things in this lifetime, and I've known you for a long time. Like I've worked with you personally,
Mm-hmm.
and while you've been tattooing for the last decade, can you tell me a little bit more about other things you've done?
Mm. Um. Well, thank you for that. To keep it very calm and not super resume type. I've done a little music. I've done a little photography. I've done a little videography. Little here and there, a little bit of everything. If you were creative coming up when we came up, you definitely ran into me a few times. Like
A few times.
you ran into me a few times. We probably worked together or something, did something. Like
100%. Like I remember. I think it was a Halloween shoot we did. It was like
oh
fake blood,
yeah,
and
that was fun.
I
That
would
was
put
fun.
up a picture, but absolutely not. Um,
Yeah, that was a long time. We was
that was
young. We was puppies. Oh
yeah,
my god, we were puppies.
absolutely
We was
not.
puppies.
If you know, you know, and
If
if
you
you
know.
don't, well, you don't.
Sorry, bro.
Sorry. Um, with that being said, like I said, you've been doing it for 10 years. Do you think that tattooing is like the end all be all, and not in like a negative way, just kind of like this is your passion, this is what you can see yourself, doing?
Um, I would say so. I would love to say so, but the problem is, it's taxing on the body and and your hands. So you have to be very mindful of that. You have to consider your health and take care of yourself. But end all be all, I would say yes, only because it opened other doors and avenues of art
Hmm.
for me. So like sculpting, painting, murals, all types of different things, different art forms. So, and if you knew me or if you know me, you know that my goal is just to be an artist. Period. So,
Like collectively overall,
absolutely, overall, just when you think of me, like, oh, you guy's an artist.
it's kind of crazy that you bring up that it's taxing on the body.
Mm-hmm.
People don't understand that when you don't do a manual labor job, that your job is still manual labor, down
Mm-hmm.
to even the simplest of like a retail worker,
Oh yeah,
stocking those shelves. It's trauma, is work on your body over
yeah,
and over.
yeah.
Me as a bartender, when you bring up on your hands,
Mm-hmm.
my hands lock up from holding those bottles. There are times during a happy hour rush where I'm holding two bottles in two hands at the same time. Like
First
it's
of all, I just
terrible.
tried to open up a bottle before we had to get this together.
And
I was like,
I'm very happy you brought that up,
like,
because as a female bartender, not to say that I'm not as strong, I'm strong. Okay. But I want to bring it says something that imagine during like a rush hour time and I have to open up a new bottle. These bottles are not easy to
They're not
open.
easy to open.
And it's taxing on your hands. If I could give you like a close up of my hands after a brunch of opening wine bottles,
Oh,
calloused, like disgusting. I'm a man. Ooh, can I say that?
mm. You can be GP. I mean,
I
it's
might
us.
have to cut that
It's
out.
us, but it's us.
I'm gonna leave it in.
It's us.
That's how I feel. Okay, let me tell you something. Hard working man. I don't like that feeling, and I don't. I just don't think that people understand that even though you're a creative, even if you're doing what you might deem a menial job, it is very taxing on the body, on the
Mm-hmm.
mental, on everything.
Yes.
I think people just the generalization of what you should be allowed to feel in whatever in certain professions
Mm-hmm.
um, is quite insane to me. You know, you're a tattoo artist, you're a creative. You shouldn't be complaining about back pain or this. Or what are you complaining about? Hand pain? What do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, I challenge anyone to sit in a regular chair, any chair, sofa, lean over like this, and hold your arm like this for 2 hours. Your shoulder, when you put it down, it's gonna feel terrible.
I
It's gonna
I
feel terrible, and then your back,
I
terrible.
can only I concur. I want you to come and work a three, sorry, a 4 to 7 happy hour where you have 76 covers.
Oh,
Glasses are on the bottom. You're constant moving, constant refilling. I think that you think, oh, it's such an easy job. It's so easy, and I don't think you can't do what I can do
at all.
at all. But okay. Um. So you talk about wanting to be creative as a collective, right?
Hmm.
When did you become creative? When did this passion start? Is there like a set moment that you remember where you were like, wow, this is I I like this.
Oh, shout out to my mom. Growing up, we first getting cable. I think we were like the richer, poorer family in our neighborhood.
Mhm.
So we had cable. We had all the channels. Nickelodeon. Watching Nickelodeon growing up really opened up the world to me because coming from Florida and then growing up in Brownsville, it's the 90s. So it's like concrete jungle. With Nickelodeon, it kind of definitely broadened the spectrum for me and put me in a different world, a different perspective of other views. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
can be an actor, I can be anything that I can see on TV. And I was like, hmm, I know this is a job for them. They obviously are getting paid for it. And then I kind of looked into being an artist or just what I else I can do other than a rapper or football player or some
Hello.
shit like
The the
that.
the,
You know what
the
I'm
shit
saying?
that's the norm for
Yeah.
a black boy.
Right. So even a scholar, like it opened up a bigger spectrum. And I think TV, which I idiot box, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, but at the time growing up in the early 90s, we had a little bit more wholesome TV. We had a little bit more things to look forward to on a Saturday. So I think watching earlier Nickelodeon and having cable put me in that wanting
I
to be a
think
creative.
that I think anyone from the 90s, even early 2000s ish, I'll give y'all a pass, can fully agree and understand the nostalgia of like looking back on wanting to come from school or finishing your chores for that day
Right.
or whatever and being able to have that freedom of just getting lost in like just cartoon or
Oh my God.
Nickelodeon,
Or
like yo,
one Saturday morning.
like
Oh
like
nah.
Looney Tunes and just
What?
being in a different world. So you know, I paint, I sketch, dibble dabble. I'm no artist, but all those things I can think fully came from like just seeing Powerpuff Girls, like
Mm-hmm.
easy stuff too, like that
Mm-hmm.
you didn't have to be this super intricate, like super talented at the moment artist. You can just create what you want. Powerpuff Girls ain't nothing but a bunch of shapes and half moons
Yeah.
when you really think
Yeah.
about it.
When you break down the shapes, And people, stop saying that you can't draw. You can draw, you just don't practice. You don't practice. That's why you feel like you can't draw. Like my sis said, it's just shapes.
It's just shapes.
Just shapes. Once you break
When
it
you really
down,
break it down, like
it's just shapes.
shout out to Mr. G. I'm gonna tag you in this, sir. I had an amazing art teacher. Before I went to high school, I already liked art. I already was a creative, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I already had that base, but he brought it out of me. He really showed me that like art, it's not that hard and it's enjoyable, and it's a feeling, it's an emotion,
Mm-hmm.
it's a taste, it's a smell, it's a feel, like. And just so shout out to you, even though I didn't take it anywhere.
Mr. G.
Shout out to you. uh Bring it back to kind of what we were talking about when we are talking about the whole like working hard and people not understanding that every job is important per se. Do you think that culturally speaking, tattoo artists get the credit that they deserve in the creative in general, but also in the creative world? Because there's so many creative outlets, and there's a classism in every profession. And so
Mm.
I would love to hear how you feel about being,
Oh man,
the
you
credit
guys.
and the flowers that artists, that tattoo artists deserve.
Oh man. Okay, so that's a very. I can answer that question. Very. It's a very broad spectrum on that because, being a tattoo artist, we don't necessarily get the flowers that we deserve. Some people do. Some people don't. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And we have to take a client's idea and we have to create something more than what they're expecting.
Mm-hmm.
A woman will come in and be like, "Hey, I want my grandmother's name, and she loves music, and she's from this place, and I have to make something, and I have to make something to fit a particular part of the body." So we don't get the credit that we deserve for being.
The creative that you actually are. This is
Yeah.
not just, not everybody walks in with an exact image of
Right.
exactly what they want,
Right.
and it's like, okay, cool, all I have to do is trace this out, and
I have to
you know.
interpret what you're saying most of the time. And most of the time, I have to sit down with you for 5, 10 minutes and then
Mm-hmm.
sketch something that's going to take me 6 hours to do on the skin. And I have to sketch it in 30 minutes so that you understand it. So we don't get the credit that we deserve. But with with a client seeing the sketch the first time, like, oh my God, I love this. That's what we do it for,
There
honestly.
you go.
That's what we really do it for,
There
like
you go.
fucking home run, you know? Like
There you go.
that's what we really do it for.
And I feel like that was a fake little cry because I wanted to cry, but I'm no actress. Only I feel like I pulled out my heartstrings just a little bit because it's like I feel that way when I bartend.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not everybody comes in and looks at the specialty cocktail menu and says, "Oh, I want to try this," or knows exactly what they like already and
Mm-hmm.
comes and say, "Let me get a Cosmo with Tito's," or blah 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 blah, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are coming in for an experience,
Yeah.
and I don't. Bartending is not just mixing drinks. That's like telling a gymnast that they're just flipping.
Yeah, nah. Yeah,
Do
I
a
totally
flip.
agree. I totally agree.
That's not how that works. I can't just make a drink. I need to consult with you. You are my bar client. I need to hear what you like. I ask you, you come to me, you say, I want something sweet. Well, what do you normally drink?
Yeah.
What's sweet to you? On what level? What's your favorite spirit? How happy are you with something that's a little sour?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be able to do that. And that's to be able to know in your head, um, the taste of the ingredients, the smell, the feel, the thickness, the viscosity of it, to be able to know that this person said they don't like thick drinks. They like refreshing drinks that also have Aperol, which means they like orange, which means they like, and I create that and being able to like give them that drink, even if it is just like a Cosmo. But they're like, I want it extra limey, light on the cranberry juice, extra frothy. Like I like those sort
Yeah,
of,
yeah, yeah,
give
yeah.
me that, give me
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
And when I give it to you and you look at me and you like, oh, and I go, yeah,
Yeah, I do this shit. Like, yeah, I do
I do
this.
this
I
shit.
do this shit.
And it ain't even nothing. I don't even really get a big kick out of it because it's like, This is what I do. I live for this. I
Mm-hmm.
thoroughly enjoy this. There are tattoo artists that you'll encounter that are doing this for the money. They just happen to have the skill. They just happen to know the people, happen to have the spot, and they want your money. And they're not gonna care about the real outcome. They're gonna give you exactly what you asked for. I want my grandma with because she likes music and da 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 da. And you're gonna get a music note, or you're gonna get something that says grandma likes music, and they're gonna say, "Well, that's what you said." And
Message.
you're gonna get a bartender who gives no fucks about what your cocktail or drink comes and looks like. You said I want something sweet, and they're gonna just whatever. There is an art. There is a creativity that is undermined in these sort of dike lower class creative
Mm-hmm.
professions.
I agree.
And so I feel you 100%.
Like we were talking about earlier, anything that involves a level of alchemy has to be respected.
A chemist is respected. Why is not a bartender? I am mixing multiple different things of viscosity, different acidity levels, and I have to know how much, when to stop shaking, the dilution of the ice to the
So anything with alchemy has to be respected.
okay.
You got to give it its respect.
And I have work on my body that's trash, and that artist was still proud of it. And I have work on my body that's amazing. And what I paid for one compared to what I paid for the other, quite insane.
Yeah, like you said, it's all about the experience, and I've done it myself where I've done smaller tattoos that just for another tattoo, and then I've done bigger tattoos or just another big tattoo. But then there are the small ones that are gems, where you're like, "Yo, bro, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, like the story behind that one. Yeah, that was a good time."
I have stories about cocktails like not even created, just a regular espresso martini or a regular dirty martini, but that
Mm-hmm.
experience in creating that cocktail was so memorable.
Yeah.
It's really like I tell you, tip your bartender and tip your service provider.
Yeah, anybody doing a service for you, like,
Come on, don't
I mean, him a little,
this is a
I
topic
mean,
for another day, but don't tell me that the
I
tip is
mean,
included. I'll punch you in your mouth. All right. Are so when we talk about credit not being given,
mm-hmm.
is there an artist that you look up to or maybe like motivates you, makes you push yourself, your art, the limits that you feel like you ever thought that you could reach?
Ooh, um, wow. There's a few actually, and it's interesting because in New York, let's say, I'll say in New York, the black tattoo community is really small, so we kind of know who's moving, who's grooving,
Hmm.
who's on top and shit. And luckily, I've happened to get into the industry right when everyone was on the ups.
Okay.
So I know a few people, and I think the people that I do know are pretty fucking dope. I will say my coworkers are amazing. Like the people I work in close vicinity to, we challenge each other all the time. So that's a good environment. That's a good thing to
We love
have.
that.
And then of course my mentor, I'm chasing him most of the time. I'm chasing him and a few other people I've worked with and continue to work with. So
There's a
y'all know who y'all are. If I have to say the names, then I can say the names.
listen. If
I
y'all know
got to
who
say
y'all
the
are,
names.
comment your name down below.
You
We
know,
want to give you your flowers.
I can say the names, no problem.
Okay.
Like people I've asked for mentorships, people whose shops I've visited, people that come visit our shop over here for cookouts and block parties. So now, yeah, I'm being specific. So now you
Listen,
know
you know
who
who you
you are.
are,
Like people that been here, come here. I've been there. I've come there.
and
People
we
I've worked with
appreciate
already.
you. That's that. If you appreciate him, then I appreciate you,
Much love.
and
It's
it's
all
all
love.
love,
It's
baby.
all love.
And it's. I wanna give my own little shout out.
Big shout
I
outs.
have big shout out to Markinson. I used to work at Woodland as a
Mm.
host. And those of you who know Woodland, you know. I'm not gonna say too much. We're not gonna say too much because I hated working there. We're not gonna say too much.
Mm.
But being a I don't want to be like being a black woman, just being a black person in general. But then being a woman and also like they're two separate categories, and then combined is kind of a little worse. Um, but all I was, especially being like an attractive female, was like a pretty face to just sit tables.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to move up and become a server, it was a hassle. And then when I became a server, I wanted to become a bartender, which was even more of a hassle. And they just wouldn't let me do it. I ended up moving over to one of our sister restaurants, and Markinson was the manager there. And I kept telling him I wanted to bartend, I wanted to move up. And it was, you're a girl, you can't lift the kegs or change the kegs, you can't lift this, you can't do that, blah, 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 blah. And respectfully, I still can't do all that because I'm a lady. There are men in those establishments and they will do those things. But
All you gotta do is ask.
all you gotta do, please.
All you gotta do is ask.
But he gave me that opportunity. And when I was met with my first threshold of like, uh, it was like a ticket of three margaritas, and I was like, can I make them all at one at a time? And he was like, no, you know the recipe. I've seen you do it. You can make two in one, and then one in the other. Make three at a time. And he pushed me, and he kept me going, and I needed that. And then a year or so later, around COVID or so, um, Pedro, you know who you are. He opened his own restaurant and he brought me on. But even when I was at Woodland, he had become the general manager and he boosted me from server to host manager to brunch supervisor. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's really great to have people
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
look at you and not look at you for what you're presenting on the outside.
Right.
A black female, um, who was young at the time. I'm 32 now. You know what I mean? At the time, I was 26, maybe.
Yo, you don't say real ages out here.
I
She
do
said her age and I almost
because
died. Like I
black women
almost died
age
on the
like
inside.
fine wine,
I, yeah, indeed. And
and
if I
I'm
said my
32.
age, you'd be like, "No, you're not." I'm like, "Yeah, I am."
Listen,
These let it. All right, like don't.
32. And at 26, it was very hard for people to respect me and like allow me to move up. And so having great mentors really do make a difference in whether you pursue a passion. And I didn't even really know that bartending was going to be my passion.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a way to make more money, and it just blossomed into like, here I am now.
And it's crazy that you say that because with doing anything that you really want to do, you have to surround yourself with people that are willing
Absolutely.
to go the distance.
Absolutely.
Like they don't
Absolutely.
hear no, they don't believe in failure. There is no L's,
Absolutely.
there's only lessons. Put your put yourself in those rooms. And if you're afraid to walk into those rooms, get ready to walk into those
Yes.
rooms, like
Yes.
the,
Yes.
the rooms are for everyone. If you're allowed to if you have balls to walk into the room, it's for you.
If you have balls to dream, it's for
Like
you.
it's
If you
for
have balls
you.
to aspire,
It's
it's
for
for you.
you. So don't hold back
No matter,
anything.
yeah, don't, that's the word of this
Don't
episode. Don't
don't
hold back.
don't hold
Don't
back.
don't hold
Like
back.
if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. If you're finna do it 1,000%, full throttle, pedal to the metal. Like
I always say that it don't matter what you're doing. You can be a 304. 304 your heart
your
out,
heart to the
baby.
best, be the
That
best 304 with the best deals,
honor to God, I'm gonna be the
and it's
best
all
304
for
there is to be.
sale. You know what I'm saying?
That's all
Like
I'm saying.
just keep it a beat,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
just a
So
little bit.
look, earlier you mentioned that there are tattoos that you do that are just tattoos,
Hmm.
and then there are those that are memorable. Do you have
Yes.
any like that you can give me, one or two? One, fine. Two would be
This is gonna. Sorry, bros. I'm giving away the playbook. I'm sorry, guys. If
better.
you know, you know. So in our industry, especially in our home shop, we have this thing called say this. There's this thing called Lucky Charms. Like if you know what Lucky Charms are, it's a cereal, right? Heart stars, horseshoes,
Mm-hmm.
clovers, and blue moons, pots, circles, rainbows, and red balloons.
Mm.
And we consider that stuff like minor nonsense we can do in our sleep, like
Okay.
names, clouds, fucking heartbeats and hearts and little
Simple shit.
doves. Yeah, like
little shit.
Yeah, like so you'll have people come in and be adamant about some Lucky Charm shit, and a coworker will walk over and be like, "Yo, bro, what you fucking with?" "Oh, some Lucky Charms." They're like, "Oh, I bet." And we only have to ask what it
Not the
is. It's like,
fucking code
I'm like, "Oh, I bet
word.
some Lucky Charms." Calm little cereal things. And then sometimes you'll see one of us over here sweating in the forehead with our little iPad or little sketchbook. People like, "Fuck you working on, bro?" And it'll be me like, "Chill." Like, yo, chill, chill, chill.
It's a masterpiece.
Right. So we do have those pieces that come in, and we love those. We love the Lucky Charms. Everybody loves breakfast, but we do love the masterpiece pieces, the ones that want to sit down and get something that no one else is going to have,
Mm-hmm.
that you're not going to see on Pinterest. I the
Pinterest, you're
ones.
the devil. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Great,
Sorry.
great tool for inspiration. Great tool for inspiration, but come on, man.
Very basic.
Like, yeah,
Sorry.
some of the ones that are on my wall behind you are the ones that I put together that are like custom pieces for people. And you see some pretty cool stuff over there. You'll see like,
Ooh, I like that.
right, I got a few.
You like some elephants, don't you?
I don't.
Oh,
I don't. But
hold on, wait.
I
Elephant count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah, I got four of them motherfuckers over there. I probably did more in my career. I'm not even gonna lie, but is what I get asked to do, and sometimes I like to push what I want to do, but I like to push what they want to do my way. So it's like, okay, you know what I'm
You
saying?
got a
Like,
little woman in you. I'm not trying to call you,
no, I
but
was
I'm
raised.
saying that
I
sounds
was
like something I would
I
say.
was raised with
I
my mom,
want
bro.
him
Like,
to do what he wants to do, but my way.
I was raised with my mom,
That's a
so
fucking
I know
bar.
the playbook. I know y'all
That's a
playbook.
bar.
I know y'all playbook. I know who you work for. My brain is not for decoration. I know who you work for. Like, yo, but and that's usually what it is.
That's a bar. Okay, as we sip
Mm-hmm.
and we imbibe, I then want to ask: have you ever tattooed a drunk person? Because I know you're not supposed to
Okay,
get tattooed when you're drunk. You know.
so alcohol is a blood thinner, and it will make you more susceptible to bleeding. Um, as a tattooer that's been tattooing for a bit, I have tattooed drunk people. I've tattooed lightly sippers, and I've tattooed belligerent drunks. It really all depends on what they're doing, what you're doing, and where they're getting it. If you're getting like a skull in your throat and you've been drinking Hennessy all night, I know the tattoo's not getting done tonight. So I'm gonna hit you with this line work, hit you with these marks so I can remember what I'm doing. Hey, big man, come back next week. But because I know you've been drinking all day, all night. But then we got people that come in here shit faced drunk, and they're probably some of the best clients that we've had. Shout out to your boy, our boy, you a mess. Cause without him, like we don't know his name, but he comes in shit faced
I'm
drunk, and
dead.
most all shit faced drunk, pocket full of money, and all you hear him saying, "Yeah, you a mess, you a mess, my guy, you a mess," and all we know, like, "Yo, you a mess." So shout out to you a mess, bro. Like he's always a vibe when he comes in. He's shit faced drunk, but he's good people, like, and he can sit through a tat. He'll sit through 6, 7, 8 hours
Oh
chilling,
my.
like
I
chilling.
think the longest I've ever sat through was like maybe an hour, maybe 2. Maybe. Although, call me Tupac, because I got a stomach tat.
Yo,
Thug
stomach
life.
tattoos are not for the weak. Stomach
I
tattoos are
got the
not for the
outline.
weak.
I got the outline and the color.
Stomach tattoos are not for the weak. That shit hurts, bro. I seen many big men fold like baby.
Not I said the
Curl up
cat.
like cheese doodles. You heard? Like I've seen it happen. So
Although respectfully, that was the last two I ever got
that shit hurts, man. That shit
because
hurts.
it's disgusting how much I
Yeah, that shit hurts. And then the
absolutely.
aftermath pain, like the
Yeah.
after pain
No, no, no,
is
no, no, no. I
like
had a little gut on me, much less than what's there now, and it helped. But if you're skinny or you're abbed up,
you gonna eat that shit.
nah,
Every line you gonna hurt. You gonna feel it.
it's gonna be
on the side,
I'm
on the side,
telling you.
for real.
So I haven't never been drunk because I am anxiety riddled. While I got a tattoo, so I'm anxiety riddled in life. So I've never been drunk. But have you been drunk? Because you're tatted, and you know something you get tattoos when you're young. You don't pay attention. You don't care about the not drinking. Blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. So I pre-tattoo Zero. Have you been drunk while you received a ink session?
No. I've last time I've really was drunk for a tattoo was a couple years ago. And I got a tattoo on the night of my birthday, but that was for like not gang, but like homie purposes. Like someone close to
Oh,
me passed away, so we got her name tattooed on the side of my hand. And this tattoo is probably the most painful tattoo. R.I.P.
really?
Estelle. And
Oh, R.I.P.
yeah, that's probably the most painful tattoo I have on my body, and I'm pretty tattooed. And I drank a lot of Turkey Hill that night.
Ugh.
Turkey Hill and Maker's Mark.
Ugh. Well,
No,
makers,
no
not
chase.
terrible, but turkey.
Turkey
Hell.
Hill, straight.
Ugh.
Like, and it was I was so drunk to the point where it was my coworker at the time, Julio. Shout out to you, bro. Um, I wanted to fight him, and Julio's a great artist. He's my guy, but I wanted to fight him. I wanted to fight. I wanted to fight. Like I wanted to fight. Yeah, I wanted to fight. I wanted to
All
fight.
right.
Yeah,
All right. Hold
definitely.
on 1 second. We're getting low.
Yeah, I'm sipping
We're
ice right now.
we're gonna make another. Making the
Create.
drinks. That's what's
Yeah,
gonna bring people in.
I think if I can see the drink, I want to taste it.
Uh huh.
I still eat with my eyes. I'm still one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely think you should do that shit, bro. I definitely, like I said 20 minutes ago. I'll see you in a year. I had some foresight on some shit. I see it. So absolutely.
Like,
You
and
motherfucker.
we're back. We have a full glass of refreshments.
Quarter full because I was sipping. I don't know. It gets better as you drink more of it. It's
I'm
so good.
telling you, just try the strawberry. I'm
It
telling
gets
you.
good. It gets so good,
I'm
so
telling
good.
you. Okay. Speaking of the drink, this, my friend, is a grown man's drink. Like a Negroni is a grown man's drink.
Yes.
How'd you even get into it? Let alone gin, but a Negroni specifically.
Um, my granddad, this is his drink of choice. This and an old fashioned. He definitely put me onto this as a baby. And if
Whoa.
I'm gonna put you on, let me land. Let me
Okay, okay,
land,
okay.
big. Let me land,
I'm gonna
big
let you
man.
cook. I'm gonna
All
let you
right.
cook.
So growing up, I don't know, cause this, mm,
Mm-hmm.
the year that I was born, um, year that I was born, teething was a different time. We didn't do the little ice and the little bobos and all that. You get you a nice little rag or a tea dropper. Get your little bobo or sucker that you had, pause, and then you hit it with the little gin or your whiskey, and then when the baby's teething, let them suck on that, pause. Just because we in New York, I'm sorry. Like, and then a little bit, couple goes of the sucker. They like, oh, okay. I'm not even mad no more. And then 20 minutes later, the baby's asleep. Couple days later, the baby wake up, and then you might have facial hair. Don't even worry about
Nah.
that. But yeah, my granddad, man, yeah, and it wasn't like, oh, put this on the bobo. No, I was nosy. He was sitting in his chair. I was on his lap looking. What's that? Gave me a sip. I bust my lip. New York shit. If you know, you know. Um, and that was it. I was like, oh my god. And then from there, as I got older, I would ask like, yo, granddad, what are you drinking? Oh, this right here is Negroni. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have me one when I get older, and get you an old fashioned too. Get you old fashioned. I'm like, all right. Get me an old fashioned. So now as I go to bars, I have my cocktails that I like. You got your tequila sunrises if I'm feeling a little frisky, a little feel edgy, and then if I'm really just trying to be an asshole, honestly, if I'm not in New York, I'm like, can I have a black Manhattan? Anytime I'm not in New York, I'm asking for a Manhattan. If you're a bartender and you see me, see this face, you see these glasses, these Mont Blanc glasses or Gucci's, I don't know. Um, I'm gonna ask you for a Manhattan
Be on the
or a black
lookout.
Manhattan. I'm gonna ask you for one.
Have your Montenegro on deck.
I'm going to ask you for one because not many people know how to make a good one. I've had people give me fucking. I've had people give me bullshit in a glass
I mean,
and tell me it was a Manhattan.
the classics are, I want to say hard to make, but because they're so 1, 2, 3 ingredient, one thing off, and someone who knows that cocktail and enjoys that cocktail is immediately going to be like, absolutely not, no way. There's that's not it.
I'm sending it back to
I'm
you.
sending. Oh,
I'm
whoa!
sending it back
With
to
the
you.
prices of cocktails,
I'm
and
sending it back to
as
you.
someone who makes $16 and up cocktails, the other day I had to charge somebody $24 for a dirty martini. I was sick in my stomach. They ordered three. The tip was hefty, but I was sick.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you because you have money.
Shout
Like,
out to
listen,
you.
I'm sending it back. Cocktails are
If it's not
way
good, I'm
too
sending it
expensive.
back.
I'm sending it back.
And let's touch on that for a second. So the classics. This is why I actually chose a Negroni today because with tattooing, a lot of things that we don't really get to touch on are the classics, the traditional styles, the 1, 2, 3 ingredient
Mm-hmm.
tattoos, the bold lines, the crisp black shading that peppers off into the gray, and the only 3 or 4 colors that we had back in the day. So me, myself, my mentor, and everyone that came after me and under me and so forth, we have a big appreciation for that traditional style of tattooing. Not that that's our style per se,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to know the foundation to get to the top. If you
Hello.
don't have a solid foundation, then what are we doing really? Like,
100%. I truly 100%. And like you bring up like a tequila sunrise, and I can bring up a porn star martini
oh
and
yeah,
all these new fangled cocktails. But
extraordinary things.
it really is down to the basics. If you don't know how to simply shake a daiquiri, if you don't know how to stir an old fashioned, if you don't know what a glassware that a French 75 goes in, all these things aid to the experience. And I do love to be able to make a classic when it's very few ingredients. You can't mess it up because they're gonna know, and that's like a real truth to like what you're good at. All these extra things like syrup and this and this and this, and it hides all the
All
mistakes.
the
You know what I mean?
filters, all the filters.
But
Message
being able to do something that's a 1, 2, 3, very bold, very simple, very black and white, gray shading, just
to the
good,
point. You can see
basic,
what it is.
foundational talent. Like,
That's just what it is.
yeah. um. So, do you have a favorite gin brand? Since a lot of minus the tequila sunrise, a lot of your, you said you like anything gin based, So,
I don't.
hmm.
I do not have a favorite gin. Honestly, because I'm an old spirit and I try not to drink gin as often because of this particular brand. um, Back in the day, my granddad had a few particular gins, but he fancied Seagrams. I don't know why. And then he fancied Tanqueray. And shout out to Tupac too, wherever you are, wherever you are. I'm not going to tell nobody. Wherever you are. So because of those cheaply made and priced gins that are accessible to everyone in any liquor store, it's no brand endorsement at all. Um, those are the ones that I usually tend to lean towards because of nostalgia only.
Hmm.
When I want to feel close to my granddad, or if I want to have a time to reflect, I'll pour a little Tanqueray, get a little Seagram. I'm a little zigging right quick. Make sure you got the little spliff on the lip, and you talk about carburetors a lot, and then you straight.
You just talk about carburetors.
You
Nothing
got
else.
that refrigerator broke. Take the goddamn carburetor, move the carburetor,
It really sound like some old black person
and
shit
if you
though.
move the carburetor and you dust it off a little bit back, and you move the carburetor again, you be all right. And that's usually
I can promise you I don't know what a carburetor is.
no body that was born in the year that I was born. Okay, the year that I was born and up. Okay, if you don't do cars as a profession, we don't want you fucking assholes. Well, I know what a carburetor is. All
Yeah,
right.
no. Yeah.
If you're a regular guy, regular person, you don't know what the fuck a carburetor is. I can look at you right now. Look, I need a new goddamn phone. You know what's wrong with my phone? Fucking carburetor, bro. You believe me because of the conviction in my face. Okay. Don't let me have anything hanging from my lip. You're gonna believe me. And if I turn my little hat like this, there's a goddamn fucking carburetor. That's it. That's it. I tell you something. That's it.
I tell you something. The
That's it.
carburetor. No, we can't put that in there. Oh my god.
Rest in peace of Rashid. I only did that for him.
Oh my god. Well, if it's for somebody, I think we can get away
Yeah,
with it.
because he was a black comic that was on Bad Boys a Comic. Damn, that's weird that he was on Bad Boys a Comic
I
back in the
feel
day.
like by you saying Bad Boys of Comedy, you are giving a
Yeah,
bit
it's
of your
weird. It's
age.
weird. It's weird that I even said
I
that.
think
You
maybe
gotta
you should
chill.
stop talking about things you saw when you were younger if you're trying to keep that
I'm
ageist
not
distance.
too sure if I was young when I seen it. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure.
He said,
Like,
distraction,
I,
distraction. Okay. So at whatever age you are currently,
mm.
mm, you've been drinking a while. Do you have any drunk stories you can tell
Oh
me? Even I just need
no!
one. I just need
Yes.
one good drunk story.
One time I was drinking with a group of tattoo artists. Don't ever do that. And we made a bet on something stupid. I can't even tell you what the fuck it was. But the bet was whoever loses has to tattoo their favorite album at the time wherever the group decides you tattoo.
Boys,
Yeah,
boys. That's all I'm. And
dorm room shit,
the girls understand because
dorm room
boys.
shit, dorm room shit, college shit, And I lost. I lost. Like I lost. I
Wait, the
lost.
first loss, I was like, huh?
I
The second loss,
lost.
I got it. Okay.
I
Okay.
lost. I
So,
lost.
album, please.
I'll tell you the album and I'll let you think about it.
Okay.
At the time, damn, this is going to age me again. At the time, my favorite album it just came out. Did it just come out? No, it probably been out for a couple months maybe. Was Outkast, The Love Below.
Nobody Google what year that came out to figure out what age he is. Nobody.
That's all I'm gonna say. The album it was a double album. It was Speaker Box and The Love Below. Let me get that very clear. And my personal favorite of the two was The Love Below. And they said, "Oh, your album is The Love Below," you say.
I feel like
So I had to tattoo it. I didn't have to tattoo it in front of the group, but we had like booths in the area, so I had to set up the tattoo, do the tattoo, and come back like, "Yo, bro, it's done." Like,
my fellow Sherlock Holmes watching Love Below didn't want to do it in front of male friends in a booth. Where could it be?
I personally didn't care, but like,
Where could it be? Where could it be? Where could it
I personally didn't
be?
care. But so yeah, I have that tattoo, and it was poor. It was terrible. It was a terrible tattoo. It was a terrible tattoo.
But is it a good memory?
Absolutely, it's
Like when you look
fucking
at it,
fun.
like
I
can you see it?
laugh.
Wait, can you see it, or do you have to look in the mirror to see it?
I can see it. I can look down and see it. Like,
Where's the tattoo?
it's definitely my lower region. It's definitely my lower region.
Comment down below. Okay. We're rounding it up. You love gin.
Yes.
You also obviously love bourbon if you or rye per se if you like a
Yes.
Manhattan. What's your least favorite spirit?
Mm. Mm. I don't know. That's a really good question because I tend not to drink things that I don't like.
Okay.
So it's like if I find something, so if I'm
What's the thing
drinking,
that you tasted that you found out that you didn't like, and what was the worst of them?
I do not like I do not like what's in let's see this shits. The espresso drinks.
Espresso martinis,
I
vodka, and vodka. You don't like vodka.
I don't like vodka.
You don't do vodka.
I think vodka is I'm gonna sound terrible for this. And I don't mean this literally. Disclaimer. I think as an avid alcohol consumer and connoisseur, vodka is a kid's drink. I do not drink vodka. I think it's for college kids that want to party, get hammered fast, and walk away with a headache to remember or to stamp that I was drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like we were saying before, when you drink.
Sorry. I had 2 espresso martinis before this interview. So I feel slightly attacked. Safe space.
Absolutely safe space.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, there are espresso martinis that are probably good, and the bag full that I've had over the years, because I'm not a bigot, I'll try it, but even with different types of vodkas, I'm like,
Wow.
like I'm good. Like, yo, what y'all drinking? Tito's? Like, what y'all drinking? Vodka? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Like, guys, stop drinking like kids, man. Do some push-ups or something.
I love vodka. Hold on, wait. Let's stand strong. I love gin. Gin is before vodka, but I, it just goes with everything. It's so easy to create with because it's such a blank and neutral fucking canvas, and it doesn't taste like anything. So I feel like that's the reason why I like vodka. It's just easy to.
I agree with you. I think vodka is definitely the Capri Sun of alcohol. And with a Capri Sun, you can do a lot of things. But sometimes, when I want that.
That's quite funny that you say Capri Sun of alcohol. That's hilarious. Okay, wait. Last question, and then we're gonna get into a game. Okay. So, if vodka is your least favorite spirit, ooh, we're going to get controversial. What zodiac sign equals vodka?
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Tell me.
I'll tell you what I think people would equate vodka to because I think it's my least favorite. And then I'll tell you what I think vodka actually really is.
Okay, perfect.
So I think I'll tell you mine first. I think vodka are or would be. Damn, I'm sorry guys. And I know it's a couple of y'all that I fuck with heavy.
Drum roll.
Fuck with heavy.
Drum roll,
I think vodka would be Pisces.
Ooh.
Pisces.
Ooh.
Pisces.
Now, I personally don't have much experience with Pisces. The one Pisces I know, I knew her from when I was a kid, and we just competed against each other all the time.
Yeah.
Like we were just competing all the time, which makes me not like you guys. I'm so sorry.
That's crazy. So watch. And you're an Aquarius like me, so that's crazy. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I think you guys would say vodka is because it's my least favorite.
Let's see.
Aquarius. You guys would say vodka is Aquarius. Like for that simple fact.
Oh
like,
my God. Oh, If I could turn myself into a check mark, I'm gonna add a check mark over my body right now.
Like, dude.
Because they hate us.
And don't even know anything about them.
They don't know nothing about. We're phenomenal.
Dude, and it's just like, all right. I asked somebody this recently. How many times have you caught a butterfly?
Hello.
I'll wait.
Message.
You can't. You don't.
You don't. It's like SpongeBob trying to catch the jellyfish.
Like, hello. Like, you're not going to catch one. And you know what happens when you catch one? They land on you. You don't catch them. They choose you. So, mijo, relax.
Tranquilo, papi. Relax.
Relax.
Calma,
Relax. Chill. It's okay.
You're
It's okay.
not too much.
So
because
that's what I
if
think.
Jin is our favorite, Jin equals Aquarius.
So.
And that's end all be all. Hopefully you tune in for the next episode. Because all you Pisces, your vodka.
Your vodka.
Your vodka. Okay.
As soon as now when I meet a Pisces, oh, what's your sign? Pisces. Vodka.
I'm gonna save your number under vodka. Okay. So at the end of every episode, we play some sort of game. Today we are going to be doing trivia. 60 seconds. You get to choose your topic. Inside this box, we have rock and pop, TV and film, fun and games, people and places, science and nature, and past and present.
Damn.
Which one do you feel the most confident in?
See, that's weird because I'm an Aquarius. I feel like I know everything.
Hello.
It's like I feel like I feel like I know everything that's on here. But I know, obviously, because I'm fried, I'm going to get something wrong. I'm going to obviously say because of the drinks I didn't know. And
Because if I was on my game, because I'm an Aquarius, I would have
known everything. Everything. I'm trying to show you. You can't tell me I'm trying to show you.
Us. Oh, they're going to hate this episode.
Okay, let's see. What do I want to show my ass in? Let's see. TV and film. Fuck it.
TV and film. All right.
Because I don't watch any of it.
We're going to grab a few cards.
I don't watch any of it. So these are going to be great, fully unfiltered answers.
Ready?
Super fried.
60 seconds on the clock.
Oh, it's fun. All right.
Let's go. Which 2015 film starring Lily James is inspired by a Disney animated classic from 1950?
Who the fuck is Lily James?
I don't know.
All right. Is it a black girl?
It doesn't seem like it with the name Lily James.
But then in the answer of the answer, would it be?
No. She's
white.
There
anything? Oh, Snow White?
Nope.
Cinderella.
Let's pass.
All right, yeah.
What well-known action film star played the role of John McClane in Die Hard?
Oh, Bruce Willis.
My nigga.
Christmas film. The best Christmas film.
Which of his screen characters did Johnny Depp say was based partly on Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones and partly on Pepe Le Pew?
Jack Sparrow.
Okay. What is the two-word killing curse in the Harry Potter series of books and films?
I got another.
All right, time's up, but we're gonna do one more. What is the title of the 1992 sequel to the 1989 comedy sci-fi film Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? The sequel to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Honey, I Blew Up the Kids.
Damn. Nah, you knew that? Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. You guessed that?
No, because I watched both of the movies growing up.
That's not bad. You did pretty damn good.
I grew up in that era when I literally watched the second one in the movie theater.
Before we end this, you have many hints to the age of Zero Cool. You have Drop drop your age guesses below. And if you know him, don't participate.
Don't say nothing.
Don't participate.
Don't say nothing.
But those who don't, drop your guesses below. Drop your Honey,
Oh my God.
I Shrunk the Kids, and the sequel of Honey, I Blew Up the Kids.
Oh man.
Come on now. Google's your best friend.
And in that movie they actually used that jumper for the baby from the model from Chucky. And I was alive in the crib when Child's Play 3 came out.
Do the math. Do the math. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Zero, my boy.
It's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Y'all tune in, man.
Tune in. Wait. Where can they find you? They already have the address, but give them your socials. Tell them what you're doing. Give them a little. Give them a little rundown.
So guys, I'm going to be destroying the Earth in about Q36 seconds with my Q36 explosive space modulator. So if you guys do not have your water and your fallout shelters, you're fucked. But seriously, you can catch me on Instagram mostly because TikTok is weird. I'm not 16. Cool_dopeness. I don't spell it weird because I'm not a gangbanger. So it's COOL_dopeness. There's no phonetical weirdness in there. There's no dollar signs. Straightforward. You can catch me anywhere and everywhere. Or you might mess around and go to Google and type in the real Zero Cool and I might pop up somewhere. So the real one.
I personally have benefited from his artwork. He's an amazing tattoo artist. He's an amazing creative. And like I said, he can find you wherever you look him up. 78 Rockaway Ave, Inktastic, to come see him and get some work done.
I know where I'm at all the time, bro. All the time.
And I'm going to see you guys on the next episode.